Traffic Secrets, the underground playbook for filling your websites and funnels with your dream customers, by Russell Brunson. Introduction. Imagine this for a moment. You're an entrepreneur. You've poured your heart, your soul, and maybe every last dollar you have into creating something you believe in. A product, a service, a message that you know can change lives. You've built the perfect website, the most beautiful store. You open your doors, digital or physical, and you wait. And you wait. And nothing happens. The silence is deafening. All that passion, all that work, and it feels like you're invisible. Now, imagine something else. Imagine a world where the biggest names in technology, the founders of platforms like Facebook or Google, are like modern-day gods. And with a single snap of their fingers, they could wipe out half of all the small businesses that depend on them. One day you're thriving, your ads are working, customers are coming in. The next day, you wake up, and it's all gone. Your business, your dream, vanished overnight. This isn't science fiction. It's a fear that keeps thousands of entrepreneurs awake at night. It's the harsh reality of building a business in a world where the rules are always changing. This is the storm that Russell Brunson warns us about in his groundbreaking book, Traffic Secrets. For years, I've studied the minds of the world's most successful people, and a pattern emerges. They don't just focus on creating a great product. They become obsessed with a single, essential skill, the art and science of getting people to find them. That is the heart of this book. It's not a collection of temporary tricks or fleeting tactics that will be outdated by the time you hear this. It's a timeless playbook, an underground guide to the one skill that separates the businesses that thrive from those that fade away. Today, we're going to journey through the core principles of Traffic Secrets. I promise you, by the end of our time together, you will understand a profound and simple truth. Traffic isn't something you create. It's already there. Your dream customers are already gathered together, waiting for you. And this book holds the map to find them, the hooks to get their attention, and the strategy to bring them into your world, not just for a day, but for a lifetime. This isn't just about marketing, it's about survival, growth, and finally gaining control over the destiny of your business. So, let's begin. Book Summary. Our journey starts with a story that gets to the very core of why so many brilliant, passionate people fail. It's the story of a man named Drive Woolner, a chiropractor. This man spent 8 long years in college, mastering his craft, learning everything there is to know about the human body. He took out a loan, built a beautiful office, and opened his practice, ready to help people and change lives. But after opening his doors, he found himself in that deafening silence we talked about. Business was slow. Terribly slow. One night, on the verge of losing everything, he told Russell something that should send a chill down the spine of anyone with a dream. He said, "In all that time, 8 years of school, not once did they ever talk about how to actually get patients to come to my clinic." He had the fire, the skill, the passion. But he was missing the one thing that mattered most: traffic. People. Customers. This is the fundamental misunderstanding that this entire book is built to correct. The biggest problem you will ever have in your business is not your product. It's not your service. It's obscurity. It's the simple fact that your future customers don't even know you exist. Waiting for people to come to you is not a strategy. It's a hope, and hope is not a business plan. The real strategy, the big secret, is this: understanding exactly who your dream customer is, discovering where they are already gathering online, and then throwing out hooks that will grab their attention and pull them into your world. That's it. That's the whole game. So, where do we start? We start with a shift in focus that feels so simple, yet it changes everything. Russell tells a wonderful story about his friend, Perry Belcher, who went to a meeting at Sally Beauty Supply to pitch some new products. He presented his first product, and the executives looked at it and said, "I don't know if Alexis will like this." Confused, Perry presented his second product. They said the same thing. "Yeah, I'm pretty sure Alexis won't like this either." Frustrated, he finally asked, "Who is Alexis? Is she the decision maker? Can I just talk to her?" The executives laughed and led him into another room. On the wall was a collage of pictures of a woman, a complete biography detailing her life, her kids, her income, her home. "Alexis isn't a real person," they explained. "She's our customer avatar. Every single decision the company made, from the products they bought to the music they played in their stores, was run through the lens of Alexis's eyes. If Alexis would love it, the answer was yes. If she wouldn't, the answer was always no." They didn't run a product-centric company, they ran a customer-centric company. This is the first and most critical lesson. Your business is not about you. It is about your customer. If you want to find traffic, you have to stop focusing on your product and become absolutely obsessed with your dream customer. You need to understand them even better than they understand themselves. And how do you do that? You have to remember a time when you were them. Most businesses are born from a problem the founder once had. As one of Russell's friends said, "Our mess becomes our message." You were struggling with something. You couldn't find a solution, so you went on a journey to create one. Your business is the result of that journey. So, to understand your dream customer, you have to travel back in time to the moment you were feeling that pain. What were you thinking? What were you saying to yourself? The great copywriter Robert Collier said that the secret to marketing is to enter the conversation already taking place in the customer's mind. That conversation, Russell explains, is driven by three core desires that motivate every purchase we ever make: health, wealth, and relationships. Every product, from a razor to a sports car, is ultimately sold as a way to achieve a better result in one of these three areas. The first step is to identify which desire your product serves. A Gillette razor ad isn't selling health, it's showing a man shaving, a beautiful woman getting closer to him, a night on the town. It's selling a better relationship. Your marketing message must focus on just one. Once you know the core desire, you need to understand the direction they're moving. Every human being is either moving away from pain or toward pleasure. Someone in the wealth market might be moving away from the pain of hating their job. Another might be moving toward the pleasure of buying their dream car. The goal might be the same, more money, but the emotional driver is completely different. Your job is to make two lists: a list of all the things your dream customer is saying to themselves as they try to escape pain, and another list for what they're saying as they move toward pleasure. These phrases are pure gold. They are the keys to finding your people. Why? Because these phrases tell you how they will search for you. This leads us to the two fundamental types of traffic that have existed since long before the internet: the searcher and the scroller. Think back to the old days. If you needed something, you were a searcher. You went to the yellow pages and looked for a plumber. The business owner was in a passive position, waiting for people to find them. Then, in 1941, the first TV commercial aired. It was for a Bulova watch. The people watching TV that night weren't searching for a watch. They were scrollers, just enjoying the show. The ad interrupted them and planted a seed of desire. It made them want the watch, even if they didn't need it. This created a new kind of advertising: interruption marketing. Today, the internet mirrors this perfectly. Google is for the searchers. People go there with a specific problem, actively looking for a solution. They are hot buyers, but they are also comparing you to all your competitors. Social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram are for the scrollers. People are there to connect with friends and be entertained. Your ad is an interruption. You have a brief window to hook their attention, tell a story, and create desire. Understanding this distinction is crucial. When you know what your customer is saying in their head, the phrases from your pain/pleasure lists, you know what they are typing into Google. You also know what kind of hooks will stop them from scrolling on Facebook. This brings us to the second great secret of the book. Once you are obsessed with your dream customer and you understand their inner world, the next question is, where are they hiding? Russell tells a story from his college wrestling days. He was in study hall, supposedly doing homework, but like his teammates, he was secretly browsing a website called themat.com. It was a forum, a digital playground where hundreds of thousands of wrestlers from all over the world gathered to talk about one thing: wrestling. It hit him then. The internet isn't just a web of information, it's a collection of communities. It allows people with shared interests, no matter how niche, to congregate in one place. Before the internet, a marketer trying to sell wrestling shoes would have to run expensive TV ads, hoping a few dozen wrestlers in each city might see it. It was like trying to catch a specific fish in the entire ocean. But the internet changed everything. It took all those fish and put them into neatly organized barrels. All the wrestlers are in one barrel. All the gardeners are in another. All the new moms are in a third. Your job as a marketer is not to create traffic. Your traffic, your dream customers, are already there. They are already congregated in these barrels of fish. Your job is simply to find the right barrel and then throw in your hooks. So, how do you find these barrels? You ask yourself a series of simple questions. What websites do my dream customers visit? What Facebook groups are they in? Who are the influencers they follow on Instagram? What podcasts do they listen to? What YouTube channels do they subscribe to? What keywords are they searching for in Google? The answers to these questions will form the most important asset in your entire business. This is what Russell Brunson calls the Dream 100. This concept was originally developed by a legendary sales trainer named Chet Holmes. Early in his career, Chet was tasked with turning around a failing magazine. He had a database of over 2,000 potential advertisers. Instead of trying to call all of them, he did some research and found that just 167 of them were spending 95% of all the advertising money in the industry. These were his best buyers. He called this list his Dream 100. He stopped marketing to everyone else and focused all his energy on those 167 companies. For 4 months, he sent them creative mailings and followed up with phone calls. He got 0 response. But he was relentless. In the 4th month, he landed his first big account. By the 6th month, he had landed 28 of them, and the magazine went from last place to first place in the industry. Russell took this brilliant idea and adapted it for the digital age. Instead of a list of 100 dream customers, he created a list of 100 dream congregations. He made a list of the top 100 influencers, podcasts, blogs, and Facebook groups that had already gathered his dream customers. When he was preparing to launch his first book, .com Secrets, he made a list of 185 of these tribe owners. He found that, combined, they had an audience of over 30 million of his dream customers. He couldn't market to 30 million people directly, but he could build relationships with those 185 influencers. This is the master key to all traffic. Almost every successful company, whether they realize it or not, is using some version of the Dream 100. Tom Bilyeu, the founder of the billion-dollar company Quest Nutrition, grew his empire by identifying several hundred health and fitness influencers, his Dream 100, and sending them handwritten letters and free samples. Rachel Hollis, author of the mega bestseller Girl, Wash Your Face, became a publishing phenomenon by asking a simple question: what are the tribes that my women are already in? She then focused on building relationships with the owners of those tribes. Your Dream 100 is the foundation. It tells you where to find your customers. But once you've found them, how do you get their attention? This leads us to the universal formula for all effective marketing: hook, story, offer. Every piece of good marketing has these three elements. Russell shares a powerful example of a fitness blogger named Natalie Hodson. One night, a woman named Jessica is scrolling through her Facebook feed, exhausted after a long day with her kids. An image catches her eye. It's a picture of a woman in workout clothes who has peed her pants. The headline above it reads, "Let me tell you about that time I peed my pants during a workout." That's the hook. It was so unusual and so raw that it stopped Jessica from scrolling. It made her curious. But more than that, it was relatable. Jessica remembered a time she had the same embarrassing experience. She clicked on the ad and was taken to a page with a video. In the video, Natalie told her story. She was a mom of 2 big babies, and she shared her embarrassing moment on camera. That's the story. It built a connection. It let Jessica know that she wasn't alone. Natalie then shared how she found a doctor who helped her solve this problem and how they worked together to create an online program so other moms could get the same help from home. The story built up the value of what was about to come. Finally, Natalie made her an offer. She could get the entire ebook program, with all the bonuses, for just $47. Jessica was so excited that she jumped off the couch to find her credit card. Hook, story, offer. The hook grabs their attention. The story creates desire and builds a relationship. The offer gives them a clear call to action. This simple framework is the diagnostic tool for everything. If your ads aren't working, it's because your hook, your story, or your offer is broken. If your funnel isn't converting, it's one of those 3 things. Master this, and you can sell anything. Now, we have the pieces of the puzzle. We know who our dream customer is. We know where they are hiding, in the audiences of our Dream 100. And we know the formula: hook, story, offer, to get their attention. The final question is, how do we put it all together? How do we actually infiltrate the Dream 100 and get our message in front of their audience? Russell lays out 2 clear paths. You can either work your way in or you can buy your way in. Working your way in is about earning traffic. Think about how Hollywood launches a blockbuster movie. The week before the premiere, the lead actors appear on all the major talk shows. The Tonight Show, Good Morning America. The talk shows are their Dream 100. They are working their way onto those platforms to get in front of a massive audience for free. For an online entrepreneur, this means becoming a guest on the podcasts your dream customers listen to. It means writing a guest post for the blogs they read. It means doing an interview on an influencer's YouTube channel. To do this effectively, you have to follow a crucial rule: dig your well before you're thirsty. You can't just show up and ask your Dream 100 to promote you. You have to build a relationship first. Subscribe to their content. Buy their products. Leave thoughtful comments. Look for ways to serve them. Then, when the time is right, you can make your ask. When Russell launched his books, he did a virtual book tour, getting interviewed on dozens of podcasts and blogs from his Dream 100 list. That earned traffic was powerful, and it didn't cost him a dime in ad spend. But working your way in takes time. What if you want traffic right now? That's where the second path comes in: buying your way in. This is about controlling traffic. In a perfect world, everyone on your Dream 100 list would say yes to promoting you. In reality, most will be too busy, or they might even see you as a competitor. But here's the beautiful part about modern advertising platforms: you don't need their permission to get in front of their audience. Thanks to platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, you can run paid ads that specifically target the followers of your Dream 100. Tony Robbins was on Russell's Dream 100 list for years. Long before Tony ever interviewed him, Russell was spending money on Facebook ads that were shown only to Tony Robbins' followers. This is the key to scaling a company fast. It's faster than earned traffic, and it gives you immediate feedback on your hooks, stories, and offers. You can test dozens of different ads to see what resonates with a specific audience. This leads to the most important goal of all traffic strategies. Whether you work your way in or buy your way in, the ultimate objective is the same: to convert that traffic into traffic that you own. Earned traffic and controlled traffic are both rented. If a podcast host decides not to interview you, you lose that opportunity. If Facebook changes its algorithm, your ads might stop working. You are always at the mercy of someone else's platform. Traffic that you own is different. This is your email list, your messenger list, your push notification list. It's the one asset in your business that no one can ever take away from you. Russell shares a powerful story from his early days. He was so excited by the idea of email marketing that he bought a CD with 1 million spam-free email addresses. He wrote an email, clicked send, and went to bed dreaming of the $500,000 he was about to make. The next morning, he woke up not to a flood of sales, but to an angry call from his internet provider threatening to shut him down for spamming. He had done it all wrong. But in that failure, there was a spark of hope. Out of the few thousand emails that did go out, he had made 7 sales. $70. It had worked, just not in the way he expected. This sent him on a new quest, to learn the right way to build an email list. The big secret is this: the only goal of earned and controlled traffic is to push people into a funnel where you can capture their contact information and turn them into traffic you own. Once they are on your list, you can communicate with them over and over again, for free. You can build a relationship, tell them stories, and lead them to your offers. This is where the magic of the break-even funnel comes into play. Russell's goal with every front-end funnel, like his free book offers, is not to make a huge profit. It's to break even. For his .com Secrets book, it cost him about $23 in ads to sell one book. But through a series of upsells after the initial purchase, he made an average of $37.71 from each customer. He was making a profit of about $14 on every single customer he acquired. Think about what that means. He essentially had an unlimited advertising budget. As long as he was making more money than he was spending, he could keep scaling his ads, acquiring more and more customers for free, or even for a profit. This is how ClickFunnels grew into a $100 million company without taking any outside funding. They weren't just acquiring customers, they were getting paid to acquire customers. Once a customer is on your list, you can put them into what's called a follow-up funnel. A study showed that 81% of all sales happen on or after the 5th contact. Most people don't buy the first time they see your offer. The fortune is in the follow-up. Through automated email sequences, retargeting ads, and messenger bots, you can continue to build the relationship and ascend them up your value ladder to your other products and services. This entire system, from identifying your Dream 100 to turning them into traffic you own, is a powerful machine. But there's one more piece that gives you the leverage to make it all work, especially when it comes to working your way in. Russell shares a lesson he learned from watching Celebrity Apprentice. The once famous talk show host Arsenio Hall was a contestant, and during a challenge to raise money for charity, he couldn't get any of his celebrity friends to answer his calls. Defeated, he explained that when he had his own show, everyone, even future presidents, would take his call. But once the show was gone, so was his leverage. The big takeaway was simple but profound. When you have your own show, everyone answers your calls. In the digital world, your show is your platform. It's your podcast, your YouTube channel, your blog. This platform is the true value you can offer your Dream 100. They don't need another friend, They need exposure to your audience. Your show is your leverage. It's the key to getting your foot in the door, building relationships, and forming partnerships. This is why Russell is so adamant about publishing consistently. He recommends picking one platform that you enjoy and committing to publishing on it every single day for a year. At first, no one will be listening. That's a good thing, because you won't be very good yet. But in the process of consistently showing up, you will find your voice. And what do you talk about? You follow Gary Vaynerchuk's advice. Document, don't create. You don't have to pretend to be an expert with all the answers. Just document your journey. Share what you're learning, what you're struggling with, what you're excited about. Your show becomes a real-time documentary of your path, and people will connect with that authenticity far more than they would with a polished, perfect persona. Your show is also where you test your material. A comedian doesn't walk onto a big stage with brand new jokes. They spend years in small clubs, testing jokes, seeing what lands and what bombs. Your daily publishing is your testing ground. You see what topics resonate, what stories connect, and what hooks get a response. Over time, you refine your message until it's powerful and polished. This brings us to the final, advanced growth hacks that tie everything together. First, the funnel hub. Russell explains that when you run ads, you create a shadow funnel. People see your ad but don't buy immediately. Instead, they open a new tab and search for your name, your company, or reviews of your product. If you don't control what they find, your competitors will. A funnel hub is a central website, like a blog, that you control. It ranks for your own name and branded terms. It organizes all your content, your podcast, your videos, your articles, and it strategically guides people into the right funnels at the right time. It captures all that shadow traffic and puts you in control of the conversation. Next, you build your affiliate army. This goes back to the 8 words that changed Russell's life. I rely on my own network of affiliates. An affiliate program turns your Dream 100, and even your own customers, into a commission-only sales team. You give them a special link to promote your products, and you only pay them after they make a sale. You have zero risk. They're doing the SEO, running the paid ads, and sending the emails for you. Your job is to recruit them, train them, and give them a great reason to promote you by offering generous commissions. And finally, you sprinkle in other growth hacks, what Mike Filsaime called butterfly marketing. These are the tiny changes in your funnels that can produce huge, viral results. Dropbox grew by offering users more free storage if they referred friends. Hotmail grew by adding a simple signature line to every email sent. P.S. I love you. Get your free email at hotmail.com. For ClickFunnels, they added a small badge at the bottom of every page created with their software. That one tiny badge, an almost invisible butterfly, now generates over $12 million in recurring revenue every single year. This entire framework, from understanding your dream customer to building your affiliate army, is a complete system. It's a series of interconnected strategies that are designed to be evergreen. The platforms will change. The algorithms will shift. There will be more Google slaps and Zono snaps. But the principles will remain. Human psychology doesn't change. The need to find congregations of like-minded people doesn't change. And the power of a good hook, a compelling story, and an irresistible offer will work as long as there are humans on this planet to sell to. The path is clear. Become obsessed with your dream customer. Build your Dream 100. Work your way in and buy your way in, always with the goal of turning that attention into traffic you own. Build your platform, your show, and use it to serve your audience and gain leverage. And then, once that engine is running, you layer on the growth hacks that can turn a steady stream of traffic into an unstoppable flood. Commentary. As we step back and look at the whole landscape that Russell Brunson has laid out for us in Traffic Secrets, what becomes clear is that this book is not just about marketing. At its core, it's a book about empathy and strategy. The most powerful lesson, the one that everything else is built upon, is the idea of becoming obsessed with your dream customer. It's a shift from asking, "What can I sell?" to asking, "Who can I serve?" When you truly understand someone's pains, their fears, their hopes, and their dreams, marketing stops feeling like selling and starts feeling like helping. The strategies in this book, the Dream 100, the hook, story, offer framework, they're not manipulative tricks. They are tools of empathy. They are ways to connect with people on a human level, to show them that you understand them, and to guide them toward a solution that can genuinely improve their lives. In a world that feels increasingly noisy and chaotic, this approach feels more relevant than ever. We're bombarded with thousands of ads every day. The only ones that break through are the ones that feel personal, the ones that speak directly to a conversation we're already having in our own minds. This book gives you the blueprint for creating that kind of connection. The second profound takeaway for me is the sense of control this framework provides. So many entrepreneurs feel like they are at the mercy of forces beyond their control, the unpredictable algorithms of social media, the rising costs of advertising. They're stuck on a traffic roller coaster. This book is a declaration of independence. By teaching you to focus on building traffic that you own, it gives you a stable foundation in an unstable world. Your email list, your platform, your affiliate army, these are assets that you build over time, brick by brick, that no algorithm change can take away from you. It's a long-term strategy in a world that is obsessed with short-term hacks. So, what can you do right now, today, to put these ideas into practice? First, take just 15 minutes and do the simplest version of the Dream Customer exercise. Think about the person you want to help the most. Go back in time to when you were in their shoes. Write down 5 phrases they might be saying to themselves out of pain, and 5 phrases they might be saying out of hope. This simple act will change the way you write every email, every social media post, and every ad from this day forward. Second, start building your Dream 100. You don't need 100 today. Just start with 10. Open up Instagram or your favorite podcast app. Find 10 people or shows that your dream customer is already following. Just follow them. Don't ask for anything. Just watch, listen, and learn. This is the first step to digging your well before you're thirsty. This book is a dense, powerful playbook. We've journeyed through the main highways of its wisdom today, but I'll be honest with you, a summary can only ever show you the map. The real treasure is found when you walk the path yourself. The true magic happens in the quiet moments of reading, when a particular story or a simple phrase connects with your own journey in a way you didn't expect. This summary is designed to give you a taste, to help you decide if this journey is one you want to take. If anything we've talked about today has sparked a fire in you, if it has given you a sense of hope and control, then I encourage you to grab a copy. Reading it isn't just learning, it's an experience that can fundamentally change the way you see your business and the people you are meant to serve. The link to the book is in the description below. Also, if you found this summary valuable, and you want to continue exploring the ideas that shape the world's most successful people, please take a moment to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We have so many more journeys to take together, into the pages of other life-changing books. Let's keep growing together.